Give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey guys, Nick Stannard here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, December 5th for a special edition of Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. We're raising awareness and funds for the Nebraska Greats Foundation, and we'll have many former Husker greats in attendance to promote as well. That's Old School this Friday at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane, sponsored by Alpha Wealth Advisors.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley,
defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's January, it's December 2nd, 2025, and it's K-Dub Tuesday here at The Ticket. Cold days are here to stay, fellas.
Man, Jack Frost ain't playing out there.
Yeah, Jack Frost came a little early here in Nebraska. I'm used to snow after Christmas.
No.
January.
No, you get some days in Nebraska where it's snow.
Well, I haven't seen none, and probably I've been here 10 years now. And this is
10?
Probably the first time I've seen it snow in November in a long time. Couple of years. Guys, we got a lot to talk about today. I don't know where to start off. I guess Kenny wants to start off with Bock wants to start off with.
We want to start off with you pouting today already.
I'm not pouting.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not pouting.
You said you don't want to sit next to me. You turn your computer away from me.
He had a rough week.
I totally understand that. Come on, man. We all have our bad days.
Oh, man. You know what, man? Hey, I'm still grateful to be in the league.
Exactly.
You know, that's one thing about me. I could take a 4 and 6 and keep on ticking.
You ain't too far ahead of somebody I see.
Who, Bock? I just,
Three games ahead of me, 1 game ahead of the text line.
See?
Yeah, they had a good week. Bock, go ahead and tell everybody what you did since it's Kenny's turn to learn his faith from last week.
Yeah, well, I led the pack this week with an 8-2 week, so it was good for me. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that. Kenny and the text line both coming in at 7-3, solid weeks, just 1 game behind me. And Terrell, who came in with the lead, thought he had already won this year. Became very confident in all his picks. I think he thought it was going to be upset weekend. I don't know if it ended up that way. 4 and 6 on the weekend, allowing some of us to get back into the race.
What was the word I told you last week?
Just me against the world. No, that's not humble. That's not picking correct.
He got a piece of
I could have changed that Nebraska. I should have, but it's some more. I have the upset of the year when I picked the Texas game because you guys haven't had an upset pick this year. When we talk about that, I had several upset picks this year. You guys are just picking to be picking.
Now you're just trying to make yourself feel good.
Yeah, I'm going to make myself feel good right now.
That,
I'm going to make myself feel good now.
It's okay.
Kenny, a lot of things going on here in Lincoln, Nebraska. First of all, signing day tomorrow. We'll go ahead and talk about that a little later. As you know, yesterday, John Butler was fired. When I talked about that part, I said that somebody had to be the scapegoat, and I think it was him.
Yeah.
Because you don't fire a guy whose defense is number 2 in passing, number 25 overall, and that's just not – I don't know if it doesn't sit right with me or it doesn't sound right with me on that part.
Yeah, we all have our opinions on that, and you have your opinion, of course. I think just not being able to stop the run the last 3 games, against Penn State, Minnesota, and Iowa, that really solidified that for him. again, defensively, we played well at the beginning of the year. Once we got down to the meat and potatoes of the Big Ten play, we struggled a little bit. And those are some tough decisions that that head coaches have to make, and he may have to make some more tough decisions. We don't know. We don't know what's coming down the pipe. But I heard something earlier that was very, very interesting. This off season, it should be quiet. When I mean by quiet, again, I'm taking this from somebody else that I heard, and I was thinking about it while I was actually sitting in the steam room before I came over here after playing racquetball, unlike yourself, Farley. But it has to be quiet. Everything needs to be hush hush, and then people outside of those walls need to be saying, "Well, we're not hearing anything out of there." That's because they're getting down to the nitty gritty. They're focused. Again, because next year is going to be a huge year for him. We don't know who he's going to hire potentially. We don't know what's going to go on. But if I'm like that person said, if I'm them, I'm keeping it hush hush. And again, there's some more decision that has to be made, and we'll see if they're made.
When you mean quiet, I would like us to be actively loud. When I say that part, I want us to be actively loud in the recruiting part, JUCO part. We need guys in here that can play right away. We don't have time for development right now because you get to the part of this schedule where you can be 4-7 next year if you look at the teams we play, because it seems like most teams get better and we are at a standstill when we talk about trying to win that 8th game, because it was possible. You probably could have won 9 games out of this if things would have been going according to how you say it was. I think we lacked a lot of physical play. I think we lacked a lot of intensity out there. I think we lacked a lot of bad coaching decisions. I think Matt Rule needs to take the bull by the horn and look himself in the mirror when he talk about things that what Nebraska stand for. I mean, it's a lot of fans that has his back because he's a great speaker. I don't want a great speaker. I want a great coach. I want great players. I want great leaders on this team. I don't want single guys who want to be singled out because of what they do. I'm actively thinking, I think we should just hit the JUCO portal. I mean, the JUCO, and because it's like, when you talk about JUCO ball now, it's like recruiting high school players again, because now they can have 4 years of eligibility.
Yeah, but they've already played against some guys that a lot of those guys on the JUCO teams are drop downs from Division I. So, a lot of those guys come from Division I programs, so they have experience more so than a high school kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're 2 years ahead of a high school kid in development. So I would agree with that. I would, definitely hit some JUCOs and see what we can get out of JUCO. But again, what I meant by quiet, meaning there's no reason to be
TikToking. TikTokers.
You are silly.
Hey, I sent you the videos.
Yeah, you did.
Hey,
you did.
And Kenny, when I sent those videos, it comes on my feed because
yes,
I follow Emmett Johnson on TikTok, but Emmett brings a lot more guys with him. Emmett is a great dancer. He's proved his wealth here.
Well, his footwork showed it on the field that he's a great dancer.
Yeah, I mean he's proven that he's a top back in college football, which he should make All-American first and second team. It shouldn't matter which one he makes, long as he makes one to me. And we talked about this yesterday. Do we come back or do we not? I don't. That's Emmett's decision.
Because he and his, like he said, he's gonna go home, talk it over with his family, talk it over with his representatives.
Unless you give me a reason to come back. I mean, 2 million reasons or more. That's the only reason I come back to play here.
See, you talking about money.
That's okay, but you pay guys. You didn't pay me for. You didn't pay that guy for that. He played for. Not saying he played for free, Bock, but whatever you paid him, he 10 times better than that.
What's his nickname?
E-Money.
E-Money. E-Money. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might expect money might come into play.
Now, Kenny. Eric, don't start today. We don't need to listen to that
Eric
part.
say?
We need a few more guys like Rashawn Jackson types to win more. I mean, Rashawn has a great record, but you got to understand, Rashawn didn't win those games by itself, Eric.
Nobody won those games.
It
was a team
I
effort.
mean, he doesn't even have the best record overall in a 4-year span when you talk about that. You look at guys like Grant Wistrom. You look at a guy like, who else?
Jason Peters.
You look at guys like me, 22-0.
22-2.
So,
22-2. Let the record be known that his record here is 22-2. He's trying to say he didn't play in 2 games, so those 2 games didn't count.
Yeah, I would never name. My name is, somebody said, 1000 said, Terrell Money makes your skin smooth, brother. I would never take E-Money thing. I'm really real.
No one was saying you was taking his thing.
Nah.
Bock just said, what's his nickname? And again, going back to him, he's got a huge decision to make. And like he said, he's going to talk it over with his family. I don't know his family structure. I don't know his family background. I know his family background, but it's going to be the best decision for him and his family because I helped recruit the kids, so I do know his family background. But to me, this decision it wouldn't be based off of how much money Nebraska can pay me. Yeah. It would be based off
what round I go in.
That and where do I see the program going next year?
It's a lot of it's a lot of things that's going to be on the table for him.
Now the wear and tear in his body too is going to also come into play.
Yeah, because we don't know how he feels.
Exactly.
He took some mighty good hits.
Yes, he took some shots and he carried the load. I mean, 213 yards rushing?
Get it, read that.
Oh, my God. Since 1950, the Kansas JCC has had 628 football players earn NJCAA All-American accolades. Were you one of those?
I don't know.
I know I was. I know I was.
2010. 2010. I see one of our guys.
The linebacker.
Levante
Davis.
2010.
Yep.
Where he went? He went to Hutch.
He went to
Fort Scott.
Fort Scott.
Yeah. Jamarcus Hendrick. Remember him?
Yep. So speaking of that, 2010, I was at Fort Scott recruiting, and I was asking about him. And Coach Flatt told me, "Don't worry about him. He's going to Nebraska." Then you look at another kid, don't worry about him. He's going so and so, so and so. I'm like, so who can I have? He goes, well, those two there. I just got them out of you know what. They're working on their GEDs, and once they graduate, they're gonna be ready to go. I said, Coach, I can't take them back to my head coach. He gonna look at me like I'm crazy. No, but yeah, I remember watching Levante when he was at Fort Scott.
We beat Fort Scott.
We did.
They wasn't that good.
Yeah, we did too.
They wasn't that good when we played them.
Was Levante clearly the best player on the field, I would imagine? Or did he pop off like that when you watched him?
Yes, he was. He was. Yeah. He was. I mean, he was light years above everybody else.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I want that one. He goes, nah, you can't touch him. He's going to Nebraska. I said, all right, Coach. Well, at least he was real with me. He said, Coach, don't worry about it. He's going to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what my coach did at Independence. Cincinnati came in. He was like, I'll let you talk to him, but I doubt he gives you any interest because they was the first team to talk to me. You know, they wrote letters every week. Here comes Arizona. Here comes Texas A&M. I was waiting on that one that I felt comfortable with, and I think when Coach Osborne called me, I had no choice. You know, I committed over the phone just because I wanted to see. You know, they won that. They was already number one. I think I committed in November.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got a chance to watch the national championship game, and you know, I see them out there, and I watch Ed Stewart closely, and I watch Troy Dumas closely. I've trying to figure out which one would be better suited for me. Didn't really know until I got here which one I was going to play, but it ended up being the wheel position. And you know, like I said, me and Jamel was actually wheel linebackers together when I first got here, and I guess after they seen me play, they moved Jamel to Sam, mm-hmm. and it turned out good for everybody. Because, you know, Jay and Jamel was a good tandem. Me and Twig was a good tandem. Jay ended up moving to middle linebacker the next year, and Jamel was to Sam. And I think that was a great fit for us because you had three guys that really could run. John Hess was also added into the mix when we talk about that. And when I talk about the linebacker play this year, I think we need to, Shivers had a down year. I don't think he had his best year. I think he was kind of hurt more than anything when we talk about that part about him. I think Javen Wright had a good season.
He had a solid year.
Yeah, some miscues here and there.
Yeah.
I think I didn't see the full potential of Marquise Trent, that part of him coming from Georgia Southern. It's a big league when you talk about the Big Ten. And I think when we ask ourselves about who's going to be this defensive coordinator, we need somebody that's going to bring physicality to this team. I mean, not only just for the defensive lines, linebackers, DBs, all around this team needs to be more physical in every aspect of the game, not just offensive line, defensive line. We need this whole team to be physical when we talk about it.
Yeah. If you look back on the year, the things that was said week to week to week to week was missed assignments, execution, being physical. And from week 1 to week 12, you heard those every week. So I always think of it as, is it player? Is it coach? Is it scheme? Is it, you putting them in situations where they can be successful? And I've always said, and even the guys I worked with, I always spoke up that, hey, I don't think our guys can do that mentally or physically. I don't think our guys can do that. You're not putting them in a good position to have success. Can we dumb it down? When I say dumb it down, I'm not saying that the players are dumb. It's just saying just simplify
Make it basic.
Simplify it. Let me rephrase that. Simplify it.
Don't put too much food on their plate.
Food on their plate so where they can play fast. They're not out there thinking. And again, coaching under Coach Samuel, that was all he stressed. And I want those guys to play fast. I want those guys not to be. I want those guys to just react. I don't want those guys to do anything else. Take the thinking out of it for them. We're gonna have something that we can hang our hat on. Whatever they come out in, we'll have something that we can call that we'll be successful with. So it not be like Terrell where he's going the wrong way. And
I never went the wrong way. See, here's the thing: they don't want to. Coach Samuel never wanted to say that his guys went the wrong way.
I know, come on, man.
It's part of football that I wasn't coached by Coach Sam.
I know.
I was coached by Coach Bo.
Yep.
And he made me look good, and I made him look good. But at the same time, who made everybody look good? Charlie McBride. So if we're gonna go get, let's see, can we bring Charlie out of retirement for a year? And let's
Coach Mack is officially done.
So here's the thing. What I said this before the season even started, that we wasn't equipped to run the 3-3-5. I think when
personnel wise is what you're saying, huh? Personnel wise,
because we never got the bodies that we had with Nash and Ty. We never had the speed and when I say this, and even somebody said, well, we ran 4 down linemen against Penn State. Yeah, but when you run 4 down linemen, I don't want to see Cam Linhart at defensive tackle. I don't. There's plenty of times I see him with somebody on the outside of him, Bock. That wasn't correct. That wasn't the way to run the defense. I mean, the more things you got to understand about this is that we have to get the bodies that we need up front, Bob, because if you don't have those big guys to help those linebackers out, we're going to be a long season next year. Eric says, far as I heard, Jay Foreman had to make up for a lot of your mistakes. That's a lie. That's a lie.
They calling you out.
That's a lie. He's a Jake Foreman fan. So
Jay Foreman fan.
Yeah. He eats Jay ribs. Them ribs you make in the oven.
Yeah, he still ain't gave me one.
Yeah, you like rib ovens? I mean,
no, he was always talking about how he's putting ribs on the smoker, ribs
in the oven.
And then I said, "Can I get a rib?" I texted him one day, "Can I get a rib?" He goes, "I got you." I ain't seen one yet. Yeah, you came through for me a couple times. I know that. When you used to post your plates, I'd be like, "Yo, let us get one."
Yeah,
I got you. That's what you would say.
Yeah,
so I'm on my way.
Yeah, you got to come early because it's no gonna be none late.
Jay still ain't gave me a rib.
93.7 Ticket, Bock in the black shirt here. K-Dub Tuesday in effect here at the Ticket. We'll be right back.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
The top-ranked Nebraska volleyball team is trying to play its way to the Final Four in Kansas City. Make your plans now to cheer on the Huskers with a VIP travel experience from Sports Trip and the Nebraska Alumni Association. Travel round-trip from Lincoln in a luxury motor coach with free parking, plus an overnight stay at the beautiful Hotel Indigo in Kansas City. See details and register at HuskerAlumniTrip.com. Hurry, spots are limited. Register now at HuskerAlumniTrip.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 plus convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, December 5th. See Club for details.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hey guys, Nick Stannard here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, December 5th for a special edition of Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. We're raising awareness and funds for the Nebraska Greats Foundation, and we'll have many former Husker greats in attendance to promote as well. That's Old School this Friday at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane, sponsored by Alpha Wealth Advisors.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7. The Ticket. We are powered
by
Bauer,
infrastructure,
Bauer,
underground,
Brad.
excavating.
Man, I love the commercial talk that we have when we're not on the air, man. Well, let's continue this talk. I like when, who said this? I just had it. Toby said, I think JB was dealt a bad hand. The issue on defense didn't lay solely on John Butler. It's more the fact that he couldn't come up with literally anything schematically to slow down the run, let alone stop it. Here's where we went wrong at the University of Nebraska. Here's where John Butler should have stepped back and asked Rule, do I bring in my own guy?
Well, he was already on staff.
He was, but you still don't know these guys. You was here in July of last year. He was hired. He wasn't here a month before camp started.
No. He was here under
a month.
He was here under Tony White.
Yeah, for that he was hired in July.
Yeah,
he went through the season.
Yes,
but when he was offered the chance to be the defensive coordinator, the first thing you need to know is, can I bring my guy? Because that's going to be the question that this next defensive coordinator going to want to know, Bob. Can I bring my guys? Because I don't want to be on the coaching staff that's already, not saying it's already in place, but a bunch of Rule guys.
Yeah. Again, with Butler being on staff for one season, one season with Tony White. The only person they hired after that would be the
Addison Williams,
D-line coach and the secondary coach.
Yeah.
So if he had a part in hiring those guys, then those are his guys.
I don't think he had a part of that.
Okay, so if he didn't, then those aren't his guys.
And you think about a guy like Jim Knowles or Leonard that we talk about, those guys want to bring their own guys. They want to bring guys that they can trust, that they know how to coach. I mean, not saying that these are bad coaches, but these are guys you never coach with, Bob. I mean, that's Charlie McBride coached with guys for 20 years.
30
years. I mean, when you look at Kirby Smart, them guys been with him for years. He doesn't go around a cycle every year and try to hire somebody. He keeps them in the building and grooms them and try to work with them, but not here. We've been through a tight end coach. We've been through a special team coach. We've been through a receiver coach. We need to be through an offensive line coach. Terrence Knighton left with Tony White. Tony White left. Only Addison Williams was a new hire. When are we going to get the chance? Now, a lot of people are saying Mike Eckler for defensive coordinator. I think that'll be, I mean, if
you do that, who's going to be the special teams coordinator? Yeah. I know a guy.
Who, Bill Bush?
Yep, preach.
Rule doesn't want Nebraska guys. I mean, not saying that there's something wrong with us, but I think he has his ways set on who he likes to help him coach.
Well, it's interesting because Mike Eckler was, and he said it. I think he said Will Conley was the first one to tell him about him. But in general, Nebraska fans, when that special teams job came open, that was flooding the text line and just kind of, I mean, that's the name. And he said at the beginning of his tenure here that he wouldn't hire celebrity coaches. Well, that one, which he maybe put his ear to the ground for Husker Nation to help him out with, seems to have been his best hire, or close to it.
Who's that? Mike Eckler?
Mike Eckler, yeah.
I mean, he is. I mean, when you look at it, Thomas said, we don't need a new offensive line coach. They play inconsistent. They didn't allow a sack against Iowa, a team that preaches their defense.
Nebraska threw for under 70 yards against Iowa.
But they rushed for 213.
Well, right. I'm just saying, as far as like not giving up a sack, I wouldn't put that near the top of my list.
So we're gonna go through this. No, go ahead, Bob. I was gonna say something, but
well, it's interesting. Again, I think in that offensive line room, especially with all these, as you were kind of grading these rooms, and Matt Rule, of course, is going to do the grading himself, is what talent did you have to work with? That's the one thing that I wonder about Coach Butler, was you hired a secondary coach to run your defense, You have a great secondary, at least as far as the pass numbers go. Obviously, looked a little bit more leaky there the last couple of games, but you didn't give him the same front set. Like, you can expect the same results from Tony White as you did with Butler if you don't have the same weapons to work with in the front seven.
Well, I think we have more problems just defense on this team. You have an offensive line problem. You have a receivers can't get open problem. Once you go past Emmett, who is the next guy up? Because if we don't pay attention to Emmett right now, we're going to be lost in limbo when we talk about the running back situation next year. Because, we can say, oh, we got this guy. No, we gave every guy a chance that was a backup, and they couldn't muster over 20 yards on 5 carries.
Yeah, there was limited opportunities, but yeah, they didn't trust it to hand him off the ball. There is. It's again, if you take Emmett Johnson out of it, I don't know how much the offense had as far as punch power to it.
No points. How many points they put up? Like 12 points. How many games? About 12 points a game for the last what?
Yeah, in their final 4 losses, they averaged just over 12 points per game. It's interesting here, and I brought this up earlier with DP. The offense is ranked. If you look kind of across the country here, the offense ranks lower than the defense did in total defense, in points per game, and in passing defense. Now, obviously, they rushed better than Nebraska's rush defense was as far as the rank goes. But this is a kind of a team issue. I think that what's kind of led to John Butler letting go, obviously, is kind of the momentum of the last couple of weeks. Seems like the bottom kind of fell out. So it's not so much about what's the total package. It's more about where is this going? What kind of happened there toward the end? And to that Texas point earlier, I do feel like there was just nothing that could be drawn up to slow down some of these run games, especially against Penn State. And then the quarterback run, especially in the red zone against Iowa. And so I think John Butler is as the defensive coordinator is going to have to take that blame, but it's somewhat of the fall guy type of situation here, because you should have somebody on staff when you have 3 defensive coordinators on staff.
You got Snow,
to be able to figure something out.
Snow,
yeah,
the internet coordinator last year. Now he's here full time. What was his help at? What was he doing? What was he in meantime? What was he when things were going bad on the sideline, Bob? You have to regroup as coaches. You have to go ahead and who's in the skybox watching these guys? Who's doing all this?
Well, there's coaches allocated to be in the box. There's coaches allocated to be on the sideline. So,
you telling me that you paid a guy $500,000 the last 2 years, and now he's just going to be the defensive coordinator?
You asking me that?
I'm just saying. You remember that song, Houdini? You remember Houdini?
I did a rap.
What was their favorite song? Friends.
How many of us?
How many of us? Stop hiring your friends. Stop hiring your friends. Get some real coaches in here. Get these guys ready, and let's move the ball. Let's score some points. Let's win. Because as long as you have these guys up under you, this is not going to work right here, Bob. I'm telling you right now.
But how much do you trust the next coaching hire? That's the big question. If we've seen,
if you want a defensive coordinator, you let him bring in guys that he knows going to do the things that he wants to do. Let him teach the guys the things that they are supposed to be taught, not guys who's reading how to be a linebacker coach for dummies, how to coach a defensive line for dummies. No. These guys should already know this, Bob. We talked about this on break. I've never seen a linebacker use their hands, none this year. None this year. The first rule of linebacker is using your hands. Using your hands in spacing and using your hands, getting off blocks. I haven't seen, you show me one game on film, Bob, that you seen a linebacker use their hands. I seen them do the electric slide. I seen him do the electric slide.
Boy, you were going back to what Bock was saying. I second that, Bock. The Minnesota game, the Penn State game, and the Iowa game. With us not being able to stop the run in those 3 games, were probably the solidifying deal to get him up out of here. Again, I don't ever want to see a coach fired, but all I want to do is I want to see Nebraska be successful and win football games. That's it. I don't care who's coaching them. You can be coaching the Bock, whoever can be coaching them. I just want to see my university win football games. That's it. I don't care who's the coach. I don't care who's the coordinator. I don't care who's the special teams coach. I just want to see those guys in that locker room win football games, so this state can have something to really cheer for.
Would you say that this season, Kenny? Would you say it's a success, a failure, a stalemate?
What, this season?
Yeah.
He said Kenny.
Yeah, we'll get to drill, right?
You go get to you.
Mute his mic. No, I'm just playing.
Bob. As an alum, as a fan, as a sports guy, do I say it's a failure? No. Is it success? No. I think it's in between. 7-5. Going into it, I said 8-4. A lot of people saying 10-2, but I said there's some teams that you have not beaten on a regular basis that you have to show me that you can beat. You know what I mean? The Iowas, the Minnesotas.
Yeah.
You beat. So that was my reason for saying that. Do I say 7-5 is a success? It is, because you're one game more than in the regular season than you won last year. But everybody kept talking about rule year 3.
Yeah.
Rule year 3. Yeah, I understand that everybody's talking about rules year 3, but again, you're in the Big Ten. You're in the Big Ten. From week 1 to week 12, did you get better? I don't think we did on both sides of the ball. Special teams, we did. We improved tremendously. So, but offensive, defensively, from week 1 to week 12, did you improve? No. I think you kind of took a dip. It was like a roller coaster, the up and down. And then when you lost your starting quarterback, that played a factor too. And we talked about that too. Going forward, what would the offense look like with Latif? I don't think they changed anything. I think they tried to run things that he could have success with. So then on the defense side of the ball, everybody was talking about how they had the best secondary in the nation. I kept saying, this is the Big Ten. I'm not worried about teams. There ain't too many teams that's going to throw the ball in the Big Ten. Will we be able to line up man-to-man and stop the run? And in the run game, it's mostly, can you beat that guy across from you? Can we be gap sound? You know what I'm saying, Bock?
Yeah.
In our defensive scheme, are we going to be gapped out, being able to win a one-on-one situation with the guy across from you? Did we do that in those games? No, we did not. So that's a personnel problem. That's a scheme problem. And then to say about the mistakes, the first 8 plays of a game, who does that fall on?
Coaches.
Players too, because again,
you got to go coach them. If you're gonna let 4 plays go down and you don't change anything about it, and if you don't say anything to them on the sideline, then that's a coach's thing.
True.
And also a player know they're wrong, so it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. But 7-5. What I don't like to hear is people.
They're satisfied with 7-5.
And the most thing that I keep hearing is we're going to a bowl game.
Yeah.
If we want to be okay with just going 7-5 and going to a bowl game, that's not what I want. That's not what I want for.
It's concerning.
That's not what I want for University of Nebraska.
When I ask myself that question, Bock, when you ask me a question like that, I'm scared for the university. I'm not saying that I'm scared in a way that that we have so much high expectations for these teams, but we give the keys to the car to the best talker.
They're not they're not earned.
Yeah, they're not earned. And this is not saying it's a low point. I mean, we still have to be happy for these guys because they're going to a bowl game. I mean, if you want to say 7-5 is good, I'm not a 7-5 type of player. I mean, they should feel some type of way for going from 7-5. What can we do better and to get out of this 7-5 mode?
You say they should feel some way. I'm sure they do. We can't speak for them. I'm sure they do, and I guess that's one part of the reason why Rule made the decision to let Butler go. He thought going into the season they should have had a better year. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably part of why he let Butler go. And again, they have to look themselves in the mirror. Just like you have to look yourself in the mirror, I have to look myself in the mirror. Bock has to look himself in the mirror. what can I do this today to get better? What one thing can I do today can get better? And that's going forward. All we want as alum and the people around this state and Nebraska fans around the country is a winning product, is a winning football team. They want to be in the mix for the Big Ten championship. Hopefully they want to be in the mix for the Big Ten championship and possibly playing in the playoffs. I see people and first thing come out of their mouth, we're going to a bowl game. That's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear because we won 6 games, we're going to a bowl game. That's not what I want to hear. And then some of them saying, oh, my family's going to the bowl game. It's going to be our Christmas. It's going to be a vacation. Understand that. That's what some people live for. But to be 6-6 and 7-5 and 8-4, that's not what these people deserve.
We're Nebraska.
Say it again.
We
are
Nebraska. They need to look at some stuff.
Go Big Red for life, bro.
Yeah. I'm tired of my school not being. I'm tired of hopping on Georgia bandwagon.
I ain't hopping on Georgia bandwagon.
I think you need to hop on Missouri.
Ain't gonna happen. That will not happen.
All right, 93.7 the ticket, Bock in the black shirt with K-Dub Tuesday. We'll be right back.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 plus convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, December 5th. See Club for details.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovbneb.com/schedule.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Verne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here at Midwest Bank, we want to thank all the generous donors who helped us make our 2025 turkey dinner for schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, we raised enough money to provide 191 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, we've made Thanksgiving Day for these families a little brighter. We want to wish everyone a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team, or check us out at coppellcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. K-Dub Tuesday in effect here. Guys, let's move on from this conversation because it gives me headaches talking about Nebraska football and the things that we go through every year. And that, you know, it's another season that we had high hopes for, not only me, but a million other Husker fans that had those same feelings that we talked about. All right, Big Ten rankings for the final Big Ten rankings of the year. Ohio State, #1. You agree with that, Bock?
Well, we'll see. I mean, Ohio State, Indiana.
You got, what's today, Tuesday? We ain't Thursday, Friday. You got 4 days until that's going to change, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going with Signetti ball. I think when we bet Friday, Saturday, I think I go with Signetti on that part.
So that's your pick.
Early.
That's
I'm
your
going
pick.
with Indiana. Yeah.
So the crazy thing is, I was sitting, I was like, do I think Indiana can pull this out? I truly think they can.
Yeah, I truly think they can. And it'll be, you know, a lot of people say Signetti brought all these good players. No, he brought Division I AA Power 5 team players. He brought in FCS players that want to win, that
fit his system.
I'm not a star guy. I want big bodies and dogs out there. You could be a dog at the 3-star. You could be a dog as a 2-star. I want guys that fit my system, that fits my defense, that's big, that can't be moved. I need like 5 ties on the defensive line.
You know, you sound like every program in America, right? You know
I understand that part, but it's guys out there. If we don't, here's the thing: what I think we do at Nebraska, we wait so late that we're not even in the mix sometimes. Because if you see when guys first hop in the portal, holler at them, get at them. Bear Alexander last year, 6'3", 335 pounds. Should have got him. You know, when I look at the coaching style that we have, we're I wouldn't say Big 12 type-ish. Would you say so, Bock?
Well, I mean, there's Big 12 roots in both Dana Holgerson and Matt Rule.
Yeah, I'm just so disappointed. It just
Okay, so go back to the Big Ten rankings, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
By
Big
the way,
Ten
I do think Ohio State deserves to be ranked number 1 over Indiana, partially because Indiana struggled with a few teams. Now, you've won all your games, so there's no complaining there. But Ohio State's just beat everybody down. Indiana, of course, struggled with Iowa and Penn State and in Oregon to a degree. So I think it's fair at this point to have Ohio State ranked ahead of Indiana.
All right, Indiana number 2, Oregon number 3, USC 4, Michigan 5, Iowa 6, Washington 7, Illinois 8, Penn State 9, Minnesota 10, Northwestern 12, Northwestern 11, Nebraska 12, Wisconsin 13, Rutgers 14, UCLA 15, Michigan State 16, Maryland 17, and Purdue is the lonely 18.
I do understand Nebraska not getting the benefit of the doubt. I'd still rank them ahead of Northwestern. One, because of the head-to-head. The other, because the Northwestern's lost 4 out of 5 too. It's not like they're on a hot streak at this point.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
We're 11th, not 12th. Gosh darn it. That's our
not,
claim.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not really all that big of a deal.
11 out of 18 is pretty good, ain't it, Bob?
No, that is not good.
Not where you want to be.
That's not where you want to be. You want 9 is midway.
Would the Gus Mohawk says, would the 4-6 work in the Big Ten?
We keep talking about 3-3-5, 4-6, 4-3, whatever. I don't. I mean, because you have other teams that are running 3-3-5 successfully.
Who in the Big Ten? Who else in the Big Ten?
Isn't Bock's gonna get it?
Yeah, I can get.
Yes. So the thing is, if you don't have the personnel to run it, or you're being too complicated with it, you're not going to have success trying to run it. It could be ran, but you got to have the personnel to run it with, and the right guys got to be on the field. What you got, Bock?
Give me a few more minutes here. I know there was a certain tweet I'm going to look at.
I saw it too.
Phil says, I could accept 7-5 if in the three of those losses, they didn't look like no-shows or quitters, like the Minnesota, Penn State, and Iowa game. They didn't show up to play or basically shut it down after a quarter. Never mind all the games like Michigan State, Maryland, where they had an early sizable lead and they totally took their foot off the gas. This program has giant mental hurdles to overcome.
We do have hurdles to overcome. The first part of that statement, the Minnesota, Penn State, Iowa game. Penn State, I think you just got out personnel. Iowa, I think you just got pushed around. Minnesota, I think you just got pushed around because I think you have better talent than Iowa and Minnesota. So I think you just got out physical in those two games. Penn State was physical and talent, I think, to me. I could be wrong, but I think overall talent level at Penn State, they had more than us. The other two, I think you just got out physical.
Yeah, because you was I look at the point of the game because you was in the Iowa game for the first half until, certain things you do. You don't drop the ball. I mean, that's one thing.
He made some great throws and the guys didn't.
No, I'm talking about on the punt returns. You just don't drop the ball.
Yeah, and then offensively, he made some good throws.
Did you see the hit? Was that a?
I go around. I mean, what is targeting now?
I don't know, but if I hit you in the face mask, it's not targeting. And he got hit in the face mask
with the crown of his helmet. So I mean, again, you can see targeting. You cannot see targeting called.
But when you say it's targeted, it's crown to crown, ain't it?
No, if you leave any part of your
he ducked his head. That's the part. When you duck your head,
you leave with your that's targeting.
No, the receiver. Who was it? Ja'Cory Barney. His head. He lowered his head
at the time of
that time of contact. Dude hit him in the face mask.
Yeah. But I don't think it's just the face mask. It's just any part of the top of your helmet you lead with. That's target.
Yeah,
on any part of the body. You know what I mean?
I think we should run a 4-2-5.
Who did?
We should run 4-2-5.
Ooh,
that's a bad defense.
No. I coached it. I coached it for 3 years at Emporia State. We won the conference championship twice with it. So went to Division II playoffs. So no.
All right, more talk from K-Dub Tuesday here on 93.7 The Ticket, Bock in the Black Shirt. We'll be right back.
Feeling under the weather? Got a minor injury that can't wait? Skip the ER visit and high cost. Choose CHI Health Clinic Priority Care for everything from sniffles and sinus infections to stitches and sprains. Priority Care handles it all at primary care rates, much less than a typical urgent care visit. Priority Care is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Find relief without breaking the bank. Learn more at chihealth.com/prioritycare.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovbneb.com/schedule.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Hey guys, Nick Stannard here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, December 5th, for a special edition of Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. We're raising awareness and funds for the Nebraska Greats Foundation, and we'll have many former Husker greats in attendance to promote as well. That's Old School this Friday at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane, sponsored by Alpha Wealth Advisors.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 plus convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, December 5th. See Club for details.
Here at Midwest Bank, we want to thank all the generous donors who helped us make our 2025 turkey dinner for schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, we raised enough money to provide 191 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, we've made Thanksgiving Day for these families a little brighter. We want to wish everyone a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high near 34. Tonight, a chance of flurries, otherwise increasing cloud cover, low around 24. And tomorrow, a slight chance of snow showers, otherwise mainly cloudy and windy, with a high near 31. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is K-Dub Tuesday here, and we are ready for the second hour of the show. Brian Miller got a question on YouTube for you, Kenny. Kenny, do you question the strength and conditioning here? The second half of games, the late season fade, doesn't that have to seriously have to be looked at?
Yeah. All aspects of the program need to be looked at going forward. Again, this is year 3. Now you're going into year 4. It's going to take somebody on that team, meaning a player, to take reins of the team and get everybody to buy into what they want to get done going forward, or they won't have any success. And that, again, that player has to say, we're all going to get in this weight room. We're going to lift these weights. We're going to eat the proper way. We're going to do things outside this building the proper way. In order for it to be righted, that ship to be righted, that's what it's going to take. Coach Rule and his staff, I think they've done all they can. Is there a definite leader on that team that can get everybody to do that?
No.
I don't think so. I don't know. Let me rephrase that. I don't know. I don't know the player.
It's definitely not the quarterback because, it's just certain things I don't like what Nebraska does. I think some of the stuff when we see, I think this is everything has to be a team effort, not an individual effort when we talk about, running out on the field. Everybody needs to do that together. Walking, what they call the pregame walk.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? The Husker walk, the legacy walk, what they call it. Everybody needs to do that as a team. And one thing I don't like is a guy who wants to be singled out by himself, runs out by himself. This is a team sport, and everybody needs to be on board with that. I think one of the guys, like, if you look at a guy like Elijah Pritchett, he needs to take reins. He needs to be more vocal. He's a big guy. Like we had guys that was big that you wouldn't say anything back to. We like Christian Peters. We had guys like him that you wouldn't say nothing back to. Either you're gonna do it or you're gonna shut your mouth. So, you need some tough-nosed guys that's going to be in there. And you also had guys like running backs. We had guys like Clinton Childs, like Aaron Taylor, Aaron Graham. Just certain things you have to do. I don't think this is a team that need to be led by a sophomore. I mean, I think seniors should take grasp of this team and try to lead this team before anything.
Well, that was a big part of this offseason. I do want to mention is that Coach Rule was saying, that it's now a player-led team. And I think that was part of okay, it's year 3. That's part of, the year 3 jump isn't kind of like a surprise. It's kind of naturally developing throughout the program. And so some of those things, as now we reflect back on year 3 not turning out to be what everybody expected to be in the jump, there's going to be, there's still got to be player leadership, and you still got to take that up and amp that up. But I'm just, I'm fascinated by the whole thing because, at a certain point you kind of run out of excuses, and year 1 defensive coordinator might be an excuse, but it can't be an excuse at this point. This next year into year 4, it will be a factor. But it cannot be an excuse. So I'm interested because that's what we were sold on is this team was now a player-led team, and would that pay dividends on the field? And again, the results vary.
Yeah, again, going back to the question, the weight room plays a big part of it. Are those guys taking the weight room serious while they're in there? We don't know that. Are they doing the proper things they need to do to take care of their body to be ready to play on Saturdays? We don't know that.
Now,
So-
is that specifically a front lines? Because I know that's what people are thinking right now, but the weight room, is that, I mean, it sounds obvious, but, your skill position players got to beef up too. Is that primarily the front lines we're talking about?
The question I'm thinking that's what they're referring to.
Yeah.
The offensive defensive line us getting pushed around. Again, it may not be because of strength. It may be because they have better players at that position than we have on the opposite side of the ball. I don't know that. Looking at it on TV, it seems that way, or it just seems like we're just getting out physical. That means either we're not in the weight room like we're supposed to be, or we just don't have the physical strength to do it.
Yeah, well, I like this. Cornhead JS1 says, can't have defensive linemen and linebackers who are the size of wide receivers and expect to run a 3-3-5, 3-4, or 4-3. I said this all along when I seen Deshaun McCullough in person. I said, he's not a linebacker. I said, he's not a defensive end. That guy's probably 210 soaking wet. I said that when he played linebacker and safety at Oklahoma. And so you get him here at Nebraska and he's a defensive lineman, which I was like, wow, like you're really gonna try that. I love his enthusiasm and pursuit, but he was out of position. You go get a guy like Marquise Watson-Trent, who's had a great career over some not so good Nebraska teams. He played good against the Scott Frost team. They wasn't that good. The guys we got out the portal, besides one or two of them, didn't live up to the hype that was given out for it.
So you missed. Then that means you missed.
Which is interesting because Matt Rule was just proclaiming that they won in the portal a couple of weeks ago.
Where? What did you win? You still. You've probably got. I think William Waneely in the near future, a year or two, because he's a freshman.
Andrew Marshall, certainly.
Andrew Marshall, yeah.
Pritchard, to his defense.
Pritchard, three guys.
Yeah.
The old lineman. got
Rocco Spindler.
Yep, Spindler for sure.
He was a
Nazir Hunter.
Yeah. Kyle Kunin.
Who?
Kicker.
Who? Oh,
he's 16 of 19.
Well, I think the other guy last year was great at kicker.
Might have been the.
What was the problem with him? Nothing. You just brought in guys that you wanted to succeed. You still had Christian Avano, who was you probably got 8-9 kickers on scholarship, Bob.
No, you ain't got you can't carry that.
You got 3 kickers,
not 9.
3, yeah, 3.
3 kickers, 3 punters. Who? All 3 of them on scholarship.
Lord, have mercy.
You got the punter who dad used to kick here. What his name was?
Cook, yeah. Caden Cook.
Yeah. Then you got the Archie. Who else we got?
I hope that's the end of the scholarship punters, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Great Pumpkin says we have an offensive line coach that was an assistant line coach in the NFL with 0 coaching experience and no recruiting contact. He hasn't developed players and hasn't recruited well. Not a surprise. So how do we do this? So how did we do the same thing with our defensive line coach, not recruiting and not developing again? That's a good question.
We can't speak for that.
Can't speak for it.
I was on staff with Donnie.
They let go of Troy Vincent today.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday, who was in the recruiting thing. I would love to recruit, man. I tell you, just drop me off in the South.
You and me both.
Drop me off in the South.
You and me both.
And I guarantee you, I'll come back with some real dogs for you, Bock. Drop me off. I'll work my way from Tennessee on down. Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Houston, Mississippi. I'll hit every little rinky-dink town down there.
Don't be speeding.
No.
Well,
don't get caught off sundown. Huh?
Yeah. Make sure you're in your room by the time the sun goes down.
I'm not scared in Georgia no more. That's my thing.
Now, Kenny, real quick, you were saying that you were, your connection to Donnie, because I think that's a lot of people are trying to figure out how to assess the offensive line, which obviously was terrible at pass protection, or at least the unit altogether. Remember, there's the discussion about how much of that was on Dylan or Emmett, but one way or the other, giving up all these sacks. They did improve as the year gone on. You got to give them credit for Emmett Johnson and his runs. How do you kind of evaluate Donnie this year?
Again, to the first part, the second part of that question about them hiring Donnie being an assistant O-line coach in the NFL with no recruiting experience. That was a question mark, and Frost made that decision. Donnie's a good coach on the field. When I say good coach, he coaches his players hard. He expects a lot of his players. He's one coach that I know for a fact he wants all his players to spend time with each other. He wants them walking into the practice facility together. He wants them walking into the weight room together. He wants them walking into the meeting rooms together. He wants them eating together. So I know for a fact that he demands a lot from his players. I mean, truly demands a lot from his players. And he coaches those players hard. He's on them like you know what. As far as the recruiting part, I mean, if you have a mouthpiece, you can recruit. When I say mouthpiece, be able to talk to people and relate to people and, get to the people you need to get to in order to get that kid to commit to you. Being there, I saw him, being able to visit with players, their parents, and, and try to get them to come to Nebraska. He lost more than he won, meaning the recruiting battles, but that goes with Nebraska not being a winning program. That has nothing to do with him not being able to recruit, because again, you have to look at the whole picture. There's a lot of universities that have money, NIL, that are winning. You know what I mean? They're traditionally winning. So some of the great players, the big time players, are going to go to those schools over Nebraska. So you're going to miss on those. It's the ones that you get in your system and how you develop them. And again, you look at Pritchard. I think Pritchard struggled early on. He got better later on in the season.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Did they struggle early on in the season as a whole on the offensive line? Yes, they did. Did they get better later on in the season? Yes, they did. You had a 1,400-yard rusher. A lot of it's done off of Emmett's feet alone, but, in order for him to get some of those yards, you have to have a line in front of him. So they improved in that aspect. So I think the sacks cut down a lot. But again, if people are questioning Donnie's ability to do things, I've watched him work, how hard he works, and I think he can get it done with the right tools.
I think when you talk about the offensive line, I mean, I think they did get better as the season went on. I think one of the reasons they got better because you was able to get a mobile quarterback in there because you kept TJ on the run with the rollouts and the bootlegs, and that was a great thing. He didn't sit back there and take sacks. He was always on the move. So that was good for the offensive line because he was able to do things with his foot. Now, when you talk about Dylan, he was just to sit back there and I'm going to wait for somebody to get open. And then when you try to run with Dylan, he was already had hands on him. Like they was already reaching and tackling, and grabbing them. So, that was a totally different thing I seen with Latif back there because, the offensive line did look better. I mean, if we can develop the guys like the Sledges we bought here 2 years ago and the guy we brought, I used to call him the Stomper, from out there in western Nebraska.
Stomper, yeah.
God, the kid's name.
But yeah, I mean, but we got guys that's going into this program 3 years now, and we haven't seen or heard anything about these because, a couple of years ago, we recruited 5 or 6 offensive linemen in the last couple of years, and we haven't seen or heard anything from these young guys. So we have to think about that part. Are they developed? Are they getting the part a chance to play, or are we just running to the portal to get players out there because we don't have faith in those guys?
No, I think the portal has been fill spots on the O-line like they did with Pritchard and they did with Rocco. The center, Justin's been there. Patola's been there. Corcoran's been there. Prohaska, hopefully he's getting healthy again. So sorry for that kid. But there's kids like you just named, the Sledges, that are in the system that they're going to get the opportunity this spring. Now we're going to see, have they developed? You won't know that until this spring.
Yeah.
Going until next fall.
All right. Great Pumpkin said Indiana seems to have no problem. Hold on, let me get to it. He said Indiana seems to have no problem getting excellent offensive lineman, defensive lineman play. They aren't a name brand. How is they recruit or develop so much better than Nebraska? Result matters.
I agree with that. Results do matter. Again, Cignetti has done a great job in Indiana.
Well, he got great coaches around him. I mean, that's probably one of the things because, I'm not saying these are not great coaches around us, but at the same time, Kurt Cignetti means business. He's not a guy that sits around and does podcasts and let his players dance on TikTok. I've never seen an Indiana dance on TikTok, but we're gonna go to break, and I got a question for y'all when I come back, but I'm gonna hold it till I come back.
Okay,
and we're gonna go at it with that.
Keep us in suspense. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna keep you in suspense.
Okay. All right.
If you know what I'm talking about, just go watch every game film and just see who Rule is arguing with every play. 93.7 the ticket.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 plus convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, December 5th. See Club for details.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high near 34. Tonight, a chance of flurries, otherwise increasing cloud cover, low around 24. And tomorrow, a slight chance of snow showers, otherwise mainly cloudy and windy, with the high near 31. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hey guys, Nick Standard here. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday, December 5th for a special edition of Old School from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. We're raising awareness and funds for the Nebraska Greats Foundation, and we'll have many former Husker greats in attendance to promote as well. That's Old School this Friday at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane, sponsored by Alpha Wealth Advisors.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote-controlled cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
The 2026 Love Nebraska schedule is here. Season 2 features 10 opportunities to catch your home team in Nebraska, with 9 at Baxter Arena and 1 at the Heartland Events Center in Grand Island. More matches means more chances to see your favorite pro volleyball athletes, like Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson. Check out the full schedule by visiting lovbneb.com/schedule. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock and the Blackshirt on 93.7 The Ticket, K-Dub Tuesday. Gus Mohawk says, we are the youngest team in the Big Ten. If we don't lose a lot this offseason and hit the portal for some big, ugly linemen. We are the youngest team in the Big Ten, but we got to have some heart. We got to learn how to play in the second half. We got to learn to start off on fire and finish on fire. And I think most of that comes with just playing. Just play the game. I mean, you know, I had a friend text me the other day, and he was like, hey, man, he said, I watch your games for the last 2-3 weeks. And he said, I see your coach arguing with the refs and not really coaching the players. He said, that concerns me. And that's probably one of the reasons why he turned the TV, because he said he's seen it for the last 2 weeks. Have you ever checked that out during the games?
Yeah. One time he did it so much he had to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think that's probably a distraction. It is a distraction for me, because these guys deserve to be coached. And not saying that Rule's not a great coach, but let's do more than just argue with the refs. Let's get on the players' butt. I mean, if you know, I had a coach that knocked over water jugs at halftime and said, don't give them no damn water because they don't deserve any.
Oh, man. Can't do that anymore these days.
Well, you can't do that anymore.
Well,
trust me.
You know, give them some water on their way out back up to the field.
They got to hydrate, man.
No,
the water is not what I would withhold
to
from
be
them.
tired about.
They got to hydrate.
Sometimes.
They got to hydrate.
I'm just saying.
That almost got me in trouble as a head coach, as a head high school coach.
The one over there?
Yeah. I was like, they don't deserve no water.
I mean, sometimes
he said, Coach, you got to get them water. I said, they don't deserve no water.
You know, as a coaching staff, I know, you know, one of the things I would like to see if they can group up when they come off the sidelines. I see a lot of times that they go non-huddle-wise with position groups, and things like that. Because being on the Charlie McBride, when we did come off the field on the first series, they would ask us what's different. What are they doing that we didn't see? That we didn't see. We wasn't able to teach you that we wasn't able to do. I think that plays a big role in college football. I see every other school do it around the country, but I don't see us really engaging with our players when they come off the field.
I hope that's not true, because you have to, on the sideline, you have to make adjustments.
Yeah.
You have to make corrections. So hopefully that is not true, but yeah.
All right, let's move on from this situation. All right. Lane Kiffin, Kenny, what you think about the Lane Kiffin thing?
The Lane train down in Baton Rouge now.
Is it wrong for Ole Miss to not let him coach that team in the playoffs, Bock or Kenny?
Bock, have you answered that question yet?
I mean, I can answer real quick. I don't think it's wrong. I mean, he's the active LSU coach.
So I agree with that.
Well, he got him that far,
but then he left him.
Well,
no, ain't no well to it. There ain't no way. There's no way around.
I think the Tulane coach is going to be able to finish out his season. I think the guy who took the job for Kentucky, he's going to be able to finish his job.
Well, he's an offensive coordinator.
He's an offensive coordinator. Yeah. This is not a head coach.
Well, you already have the head coach, but you know
what you mean.
I'm just saying he's going to be the head coach at his school.
At what school?
Kentucky.
Yes, but he's not the head coach at Oregon. You're talking about Lane Kiffin, who's the head coach at Ole Miss, who's going right down the road to a team that's in his conference. You think that I'm going to let you stay here and coach when you go into our enemy? And you're going to start recruiting our players to come there?
He's going to take someone with him.
Well,
believe
that goes without saying.
Now, only 2 players decommitted after he left. How many do you think will follow him to LSU, Bob?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it depends on. I think both those teams probably can put some pretty good packages together. So it just depends on what you're committing to, right? Are you committing to Lane?
Kewan Lacey.
I mean, I'd have to look at Quan Lacey and what year he's in.
Sophomore, right?
Sophomore, yeah. So I don't think he can. I was going to say he's probably another one of those guys that probably should leave. But if he can't, then that
what you mean he
could be a possibility.
Well, he could transfer.
No, I mean to the NFL.
Yeah, his head coach left.
Yeah,
he's not eligible for the NFL.
Yeah.
What about the quarterbacks they have? Trinidad.
He's a senior.
What about the other guy?
I can look into it. They, I mean, I do. I mean, I expect a few guys to depart and leave with him. Again, specifically because it's LSU, it might be some high-profile players, but it's tough to say. I don't know how much kids are recruiting to coaches these days.
That's what I'm saying.
Or committing to coaches.
You got to look at the LSU commits. Are they going to stay committed to LSU with them getting Lane?
Yeah. Thomas Alika said, Farley, think about it like a husband who's cheating on his wife with kids, wants to go be with a fair partner. Well, I've never been married, so I'll never know nothing about it.
And I've heard that too. I would go ahead and say that's not the same situation. I don't know if you've ever that's not everything compares to marriage or partnerships. What's going on there is not what a husband and wife go through. So
yeah.
And then Ole Miss got their guy too. They already named him. So
the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Pete Golden.
Let him coach.
He wasn't the coach at Southern Miss, was it? That ain't the Golden we was talking about.
No, he's talking about Al Golden.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Al Golden. All right, let me see what else we got left.
Yeah, this is Pete Golding with the G at the end. Yeah, and he has not been a head coach yet. He's been the defensive coordinator for Ole Miss the last couple of years, but before that was the DC at Alabama.
All right, Bock, what else you got? I'm looking up something right quick.
Well, it's interesting. I did want to get to a point, and I hate to say it because we can kind of highlight it here. Kirk Ferentz is getting pretty close to being the ultimate enemy for Nebraska. He's now 11-6 against Nebraska. Of course, won 10 out of 11. It's I got to ask you this, Kenny, because again, you've been part of these staffs. Do you think that Kirk Ferentz, he might not have the ceiling maybe of other coaches. Certainly here at Nebraska, I would think he could get some better quarterbacks in the building. I mean, I think that he probably could have won that game with Nebraska's roster. Or, in the last couple of years, I mean, what's he got on Nebraska? I mean, what is? I mean, 10 out of 11 is not something small. It's year in and year out, and people keep going back to, well, Nebraska's got better recruiting, Nebraska's got better players, more athletic. At a certain point, that doesn't ring true if you lose 10 out of 11, right?
No, because again, even when I was on staff there, our athletic talent was better than Iowa. They have a system. They stick to their system. They don't budge on their system. They have guys that are ready to play, and they develop them and get them ready for 4 quarters of football. Physical, hard-nosed football. That's what they do. They're just going to tell you, we're going to run the ball over here. We're going to run the ball over here. Can you stop us? Do we have better talent? Yes. Are we physical enough? No. That was the question that was asked on the text line earlier. Have we matched their physicality? No, we have not. 10 out of 11 times. So what we do going forward is again, weight room, recruiting, developing, and have a system in place that, even though we have better talent than Iowa, can we line up and go 4 quarters with them for 60 minutes?
So when you say better talent, again, just to kind of dive, because I find it interesting. They've had they won a Thorpe Award at the defensive back in 2015. They won a Remington Award with the center in 2021. Butkus Award at linebacker with Jack Campbell in 2022. Obviously they're tight end John Mackey Award, the most recent winner, 2018. Ray Guy Award punter 2023. I mean, it's just like all around the field.
Yeah, that's sprinkled in.
Yeah,
I'm talking about overall talent. But again, it goes back to what I've been saying. Everybody keeps talking about NIL. We got this NIL. We got that. We got the facilities. We got all the things that we should be able to attract recruits, right?
Yeah.
I don't see none of that coming out of Iowa, because they recruit for who they are, for what they have, and they recruit kids. You don't see too many kids transferring out of Iowa, right?
No.
Because they have a system. And the kids believe in their system. So, I mean, I know there was issues a couple of years ago with his son, and kids still hung around after that. But Iowa's Iowa. We gotten to the point where all we call bling bling, we think that's going to attract the right people. Sometimes they're going to attract the wrong people, and that's where we got caught up at. So, do I say overall better talent than Iowa? Yes, I do. I seriously do. We have better receivers. We have a better running back this year than Iowa. Quarterback going into it, better. I think Latif is better than what the guy they have over there. Dylan's better than the guy they have over there as quarterback. So overall, talent-wise, yes, we do. They have guys sprinkled in, like you said, at positions that have won some awards that we haven't won in a long time. So to say that we have better talent, overall, yes. But at positions, they probably have better. But they have a system that lets those kids be the players they can be, and that's why they get those awards. So, again, you asked me that question, and a lot of people ask me that question. I say, hey, Nebraska should have better talent than Iowa across the board.
We are better talent, but we just got out coached, out physical, out played, out everything.
Out everything.
Yeah, I mean,
they have our number right now.
Yeah,
they have our
number. You want to know what these guys' identity is on this team? Are we players or are we cheerleaders? You got to ask that question. Are we worried about looking good or are we worried about playing good? I mean, that's the question when you got to ask, are these guys for real? I mean, are we just here to get money or are we here to play football?
And it goes back to identity. It goes back to kids wanting to play at Iowa over coming to Nebraska, getting a check, and then maybe leaving in 2 or 3 years, or coming to Nebraska, leaving after 1 year because they're not happy. That a lot of that plays a part in it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to break, y'all. And when we come back, we'll talk more college football. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock in the black shirt. K-Dub Tuesday is here. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855 Get legal or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Mike Smith, founder of The Bay. Join me every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for your weekly Disrupt, where me and local misfits will interrupt your drive time with this week's most interesting stories in sports, entrepreneurship, and culture. So tune in to your weekly Disrupt every Tuesday afternoon on 93.7 The Ticket, where disruption is just a phone call away.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote-controlled cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown's Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3 get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy-for person in your life. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at coppellcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference?
Modern Woodmen is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Get out of my computer. Bring your own with you. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock and the Blackshirt here. K-Dub Tuesday in effect. Signing day tomorrow, guys. Nebraska has an overall ranking of 108, composite ranking of 109. Danny Oden leads the way. Five-star cornerback from Orlando, Florida. 6'2", 180. Claude, what's his name? Impuma. He's the other ranked one that we have, offensive tackle from Chicago, 6'7", 308. Besides those, these two are what they call it, ESPN 300 players.
Yeah.
And the rest of them is kind of, down the way. Luke Sorensen from Anaheim, California. Rex Waterman from Chandler, Arizona. Nayland Scott from Powder Springs, Georgia. Larry Miles, Hayden Ainsworth, Jess Reynolds, and Jamal Rule. Very small class, Bob. Only 9 of them.
Yeah, it's interesting. Of course, Dayton Raiola, recent deflection from that program or from this signing class as well. So we'll see. I think there's news out there. Nebraska might be in on another guy. See if they can get it up to 10 for this signing day. But it's not a big class. Obviously, the expectation is for Nebraska to hit the transfer portal hard. I don't think I've ever seen a recruiting class ranked in the over 100 with a 5-star kid in it. So it is it's kind of unique. But it wouldn't be something I'd be overly concerned with the fact just because a lot of those recruiting rankings are based on class size, and Nebraska's just not going to have too many guys in the size of the class.
Well, yeah, a lot of people have been going after him for weeks, Bock. He's sold on it. Maybe, he's been, one of those guys who's going to get that starting position. I mean, you have to see when a 5-star kid comes in, especially with his size, that he might be that other guy that can take over for, what's his name? Right, that's going to leave.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so a lot of things we have to work out tomorrow. We have to see tomorrow and see what goes on with that part of it.
Yeah, it's early signing day, so still going to be. I know people are kind of looking out for Dayton Raiola too. There's going to be possibility, not for Nebraska, but just to see kind of where he ends up. It is early signing day, so they still kind of have that signing day, I believe, in February to wrap things up. So there will be a chance to still add a kid or two if the transfer portal plan goes awry in a few spots.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to see. First, we have to see what bowl game we're going to go through. I think we'll find that out when Sunday.
Yeah, I believe that'll be coming down then.
A lot of people are talking about the Las Vegas Bowl. I did see the Las Vegas Bowl on X talking about he talked with Troy Dannon, and they talked about the 400 game sellout streak. They also talked about the 8-4 Illinois team that might go there. I think that 4-star running back is in 2007, ain't it?
2027.
Yeah. So I think
Amir Brown.
Yeah. I think he's in that one. A lot of people thinking about the Nashville Bowl. There's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. Going to be kind of cold down there. Johnny Cortland says, "Hello, pinstripe again." Just
hopefully not.
I think Penn State gets that one.
Yeah.
Monty G in Kansas says, "Without strikeout on the Porter players, I'm not overly excited about our signing class for tomorrow." I'm kind of weak if you look at it. I don't think Nebraska ever had a 108th out of the rankings and recruiting classes, Bob.
No, but again, I've never seen a 5-star in that spot too. Nebraska, like 5-stars are really hard to come by. Maybe seen 5 or 6 of them since they've really started this recruiting service. So in spots, that could be really good. We'll see with Impuma, you mentioned there as well. 6'7", 308, 4-star, considered to be a top kind of 150 type of kids. So they've got a few class headliners. I think the most intriguing part, even though it's a small class about this, is the lack of Nebraska kids. And the one that one is there is Jace Reynolds. And he's generally not ranked among the top of Nebraska kids. And in fact, like 24/7, for example, has him as the 12th ranked kid. Doesn't mean that's not going to be the case. But it is just kind of notable that you only take one Nebraska kid. Meanwhile, Iowa State's got, I think, according to 24/7 again, 6 Nebraska kids ranked ahead of him. Of course, there's the Jet Tamala. Expected to kind of some of these guys to make things official, coming up tomorrow. Jet Tamala at Alabama. Darian Jones, of course, brother of Donovan Jones, going to Iowa. So even Northwestern jumping in and getting Leighton Burbach from Norfolk. So a lot of teams kind of reaching into the state of Nebraska without Nebraska having those guardrails up anymore.
You're right about that, Bock. I'm trying to see where did I.
Of course, Kenny, that was kind of right up your wheelhouse. How do you evaluate this year's kids specifically coming out of Nebraska? There's a super team at Millard South, and Nebraska's not diving in.
And somebody from that team should be in this signing day class. Somebody from that team should be in this signing day class. It's mind-boggling to me, but I'm not the guy making those decisions down there. So they know.
This is the first time I probably ever seen no kid with just one kid from Nebraska coming here.
And again, with that team that they had this year, not one of them. So that's discouraging to me. You heard Jeff Jemrock talk about it. My belief on the foundation of that program, it's an in-state kid. So that's discouraging to me.
One thing I did want to ask you too, because I brought up Northwestern, it reminded me. Pat Fitzgerald, official at Michigan State. Of course, things kind of rocky ending there for Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern with the hazing scandal. Michigan State has plenty of scandals of their own they're going through. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Also, last time we saw Pat Fitzgerald, 1-11. Of course, that one win over Nebraska in 2021. But
why you remind me of that?
just so everybody knows where we're at.
Again, it's because his last 2 years at Northwestern weren't that good.
No, they were not.
They were not that good. I don't know if it had to do with the scandal or it was just poor coaching, bad team, but they were not that good. So for him to land a Michigan State job, kudos to him. I mean, he's a good coach, but the last 2 years, at Northwestern were not good.
And what do you think is at least like program resources, all that stuff? Is there obviously an idea he did a lot with less at Northwestern? Is there a lot more at Michigan State resource wise?
I would imagine so. I would assume so. Of course there is. There has to be. So he should be able to do better at Michigan State than he did at Northwestern, but he did a decent job at Northwestern for what he had. He had his kids playing tough. I know that they were tough, they were hard nosed, and they were smart kids too. So they didn't make too many mistakes. They waited on you to make a mistake, and that's what we did.
So we let Iowa State, Missouri, Fresno State, and Illinois come rob the top players out of Nebraska.
I'm not worried about Missouri because we don't play against Missouri. It's the teams that we play, the Illinois, the Northwesterns, and those are the teams I'm worried about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it does. Fresno State has 3 Nebraska kids. It's just a bit odd to see, right? Where, there are these programs. Illinois has 2 coming in, and obviously we mentioned Iowa State. Just multiple programs picking out more kids than Nebraska. And it's a year again where there's even on, again, just going to 24/7 because I got it pulled up. You've got 19 D1 players here and Nebraska has 1. Maurice Purify II, by the way, is still out there.
That's not good. That's not good. So again, the Northwestern one, just discouraging, the Iowa one, and Illinois one's the one that really hurts because
the Darian Jones,
because you got to go play against those guys.
Yeah.
And of course, Jet Tamala could end up hurting. We'll see.
Well, he's going to be at Alabama,
right?
We don't have to play Alabama.
You don't, but you might have might be frustrated. You let an in-state guy.
One thing about Alabama, they're loaded at quarterback. So it's
they have one now that's a young one that he can go in and learn from. So
who?
The one that's saying no, he's a
Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson. I mean,
do you know who's behind Ty Simpson?
Who?
the number one quarterback a year
He
ago.
ain't gonna be there.
Okay.
He gonna transfer.
You know how many
Lane gonna pluck him from there. Watch.
No.
Watch. Because Nussmeier's done it at LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna get the quarterback to back up of Trinidad. From what's his name? Bock, did you get it?
Yeah,
The
that
backup
was
from
like an hour and a half ago.
From Ole Miss?
Let me look.
Yeah.
He started the year, so Trinidad took his job after injury.
The baseball player, ain't it?
Was it Austin Simmons?
I got you. Yeah.
He's a senior, or Trinidad's a senior. Simmons was a sophomore. So yeah, that could be an idea. But he threw 4 touchdowns, 5 picks this year.
Well, he was hurt, so.
Well, you said
I think that was before he was hurt.
Yeah.
But it might have. He might have had a lingering injury. I'm not.
Yeah, because he was hurt. But I still think he's going to go with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's going to be able to get anything he wants.
That's what's going to be fun. Is we haven't hit the transfer portal season. Remember last year? How many different veteran quarterbacks went out there? A lot of these SEC teams making new hires are going to be paying top dollar for him.
Mm-hmm.
And LSU going to give him what he want.
Give who what he want?
Lane. He said they got more. He's not. That's why he don't make that. He's only making what, 13?
Yeah, 12 a year.
Yeah, so the rest, the NIL package is what got him to go there.
He said $25 million.
Yeah, but still, he paid to buy his team like Texas Tech did. You think Nebraska had $40 million a year on
there you go with that.
What?
There you keep talking about what he already has some money and he got it. So,
well,
what he gonna do with it?
If you don't turn it around like Texas Tech did in 1 year, then hey, I got to let you go.
Lakers in 5. You see Lakers get blew out last night.
That's
by the
all
way,
right. We like 13 and what?
Oh, there you go.
What are you talking about?
You got a mouse in your pocket.
I'm part of the
now
Lakers.
you speak French.
Yeah, I'm part of the
now
Lakers.
you speak French.
Yeah, no, me and the Lakers. Let me see our schedule while y'all talking.
Oh my goodness.
Dylan Brooks was in there giving them.
He was doing work.
Yeah,
giving them buckets.
Have you seen the Celtics at 11 and 9?
Hey, no need to bring up the Celtics.
We're 15 and 5. 15 and 5. You see the Oklahoma Thunder 20 and 1?
There you go.
Yeah, you ain't from Oklahoma.
Shay.
Though. Yeah. Well, who your team is?
Golden State. Steph. I'm a Steph Curry fan.
They got his brother too now.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just a package.
Y'all 11 and 10. 93.7 the ticket. Lakers in 5. We'll be back tomorrow with Window World Wednesday here at 93.7 the ticket. Bock in the black shirt. We are out.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County.